In sight. That's just part of the message from Governor Mike DeWine tonight.
And the state now has a benchmark for when the COVID-19 health orders could be lifted. The governor announcing when the state averages 50 cases per 100,000 people for 2 weeks, all those health orders will be lifted. NBC4's Eric Halperin in Columbus tonight. And Eric, you've been talking to an infectious disease expert. So when do they think this could happen?
Colin, he says that's likely still several months away, but in the meantime, both the governor and the doctor are saying while they know this has been a long and challenging year, now is no time to let up.
I'm often asked, Mike, when is this going to end? When can we lift the health orders?
In a hopeful Thursday night address, Governor Mike DeWine answered that question, announcing once there are 50 cases per 100,000 people for 2 weeks, all health orders in the state will be lifted. The governor says he worked with his medical team and other experts to set the benchmark.
Victory is in sight. We have to keep in mind, though, that there is still a threat out there.
It's a statistic shown by the governor each week. For context, according to Governor DeWine, in early December, Ohio was at 731 cases per 100,000, 445 in early February, and 179 per 100,000 people as of yesterday.
179 is still too high. We're not there yet.
Dr. Joseph Gastaldo is an infectious disease expert with Ohio Health. He says it'll take staying the course and more people getting vaccinated to hit the governor's benchmark.
Our numbers are still too high nationally and in Ohio, but I think it's good to really talk about a positive message and getting back to a new normal. And us getting there is all about continuing doing what we're doing now with wearing masks, mitigation practices, and rolling up your sleeve and taking a vaccine that's safe and effective.
How long do you think it would take for us to get from the 179 to 50?
I think the earliest that would happen would be sometime this summer.
And as an infectious disease expert, Dr. Gastaldo also told me he does feel comfortable with the governor setting this benchmark. Again, saying people need to keep wearing their masks, more people need to get vaccinated, and people need to keep following the social distancing measures. Live and local for you in Columbus, I'm Eric Halperin, NBC4.
Eric, thanks. Ohio has officially entered the next phase of COVID vaccinations. More than 900,000 Ohioans are now eligible to receive their first dose of the vaccination. Phase 1C made child care workers, funeral home employees, and law enforcement officers available for a shot. Dr. Maishika Roberts with Columbus Public Health says having 3 vaccines ready to distribute is almost unbelievable.
If you had asked me a year ago, knowing the pandemic was here, that we have a vaccine, 3 vaccines a year later that were safe and effective, I would have told you I don't believe you. So I'm happy that we have it. And Columbus Public Health did get some Johnson & Johnson vaccine, not a lot, but we got about 300 doses of the vaccine.
Dr. Roberts also said given the slow rollout, it is too soon to credit the vaccine for the recent drop in cases, which is why it is important to continue social distancing and wearing a mask.
And now a look at the latest coronavirus numbers here in Ohio. Health officials reporting 1,875 new cases of COVID-19. That brings the total number of cases to more than 974,000. More than 16,000 Ohioans have died from the virus. The number actually down from Monday. The Department of Health changing how it reports death totals. More than 8% of the state's population has completed vaccinations. During his address tonight, Governor DeWine also pointed out it's been just over a year since the decision was made to close the Arnold Classic. Some had just flown into Columbus for the big event when that decision was made. NBC4's Eric Halperin caught up with them as they look back at what a year it's been.
The last time Alex Rufo, Kaylee Frazier, and Jennifer Allen were all together in person was a year ago this week, arm in arm, taking a picture in front of the Arnold statue.
It doesn't seem like it was a year ago now.
This year's Arnold has been postponed. Alex lives in Boston, and Jennifer and Kaylee live in Scotland. So we caught up on Zoom as I brought them as close to the statue as I could.
I think you're right by where the statue is that right?
Last year, as they were getting into Columbus, Alex after a flight from the Northeast and Kaylee and Jennifer after a flight from across the pond, they found out the Arnold Classic was being closed.
I remember us being so mad about it, and now when I look back, I'm like, we shouldn't have been mad about it.
At the time, they were frustrated and annoyed. A year later, they say it's easy to see why the decision was made.
I completely understand now from that perspective, because obviously we did not see how bad this was going to be, or we didn't expect it to mutate or to spread as quickly as it did.
And now they're all looking forward to the next time they can pose in front of the statue together again.
We're just looking forward to when this is behind us so that we can move on and attend all these events that we love again. And
Local for you in Columbus, I'm Eric Halpern, NBC4.
Lawmakers are